Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, people of conscience around the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. It's unusual, the method of broadcast this evening, but this is as a result of a very frantic effort to make sure that we come on air this evening to give our people security update in Biafra land, concentrating more of the southeast region. I remain George ONYIBE. I come from Agbo Delta State, Biafra land. And of course, I extend my warm and heartfelt greeting to members of the Biafra Nation Alliance all over the world, and of course, members of the de facto customary government. This evening, without wasting much of our time, I would like to direct you, point to the direction you can find your salvation. Let me start, first of all, by appreciating the Almighty Creator. Those of you Biafrans across the globe who saw the truth and you stand by the truth, I appreciate all of you. It is quite unfortunate that having gone through the same misery in time past, the most endangered species of Homo sapiens here on earth will still choose to become the instrument of our undoing. My brothers and sisters out there who know nothing about the issues they get involved in, I pity you. I pity you who rise up in the morning and then you'll say you are defending Nnamdi Kanu. I pity you. I pity you who follow Nnamdi Kanu stupidly, foolishly on the expense of our people. I pity you. I welcome you as well. Your job is to insult. Insulting people of Nnamdi Kanu. Continue. We will not be here and we will not be doing what we are doing if it is not to protect the overall interest of our people. This evening, I want to address the issue of security, like I have said earlier. But before then, let me take your mind back a little bit. On social media as we speak, the tweet of our sister Uju dominates the whole social media space because of what she said about Biafra. Believe me, I do not have the moral ground to contradict her or to tell her how she feels. Only those who have been there understand what they went through. The information on our disposal, one can only begin to imagine the hell the generation of Biafra 1966 and 1970 went through. And every one of them who genuinely went through those processes acknowledge you, and I'm humbled before your presence. For it is your sacrifice that makes us great. And if we have anything to boast for, it is the legacy you have left behind. And under our watch, we will not allow anybody to destroy it. Our sister talked about the death of Queen Elizabeth. And like I said, I do not have the moral ground to counter what she has said, and I stand solidly behind her, despite the fact that I may have a different opinion regarding that issue. Queen Elizabeth, Nnamdi Kanu would have made a broadcast and raised fund out of her death. She is referred to as the Her Britannic Majesty, and every name they call her, believe me, it suits her. And I think she deserves worst. But then, come to think about it, people of Biafra. Watch every man and woman responsible for this genocide in Biafra land. And then you begin to ask yourself certain questions. And if you are able to discern the truth behind the whole process, you will understand that all that is left about or for our freedom is in our hand. It's not the Queen of England. It's not the 11 generals, Gowon, Buhari, and the rest of them. It's in our hand. And most people are rejoicing Oh, Queen of England died at the age of 96. She is dead. Now she is dead. Buhari is still alive. Obasanjo is still alive. Gowon is still alive. And all the 11 generals, only few of them are gone. Did you know how old they are? The Queen may be sincere to tell you her age. And I'm sure it's an age mate with Buhari. They are still alive. You are cursing. Oh, God punish you. Oh, this one. But your father, I'm not sure it's up to 40 years. And if these people who murdered our people, raped our women, would live up to 96 years. You who have been subjugated, marginalized by this imperialist, you hardly live up to 30 years. And then, what do you think about God's rules in this whole issue? Buhari is still alive, be cursing him. Obasanjo is still alive, be cursing him. They are all old men, and if they die now, I'm not sure it's a bad death. And so if you think at it that way, this should be a solemn moment for the people of Biafra to begin to ask God questions, and to begin to ask ourselves questions. How can a Queen of England who supervised killings of blacks live up to 96 years? But to you are rejoicing. Oh, she's dead. Biafra is going to come now. Hey, what is worse than Queen of England is around the corner. If we don't brace up, our brain has been damaged to the level that we cannot reason constructively. We cannot proactively engage processes that will emancipate us from this very precarious situation we find ourselves. We have allowed hypocrisy, lunacy to take over the day. And so the people of Biafra, instead of them to constructively engage the world, reminding them about the genocide in Biafra land, we are rejoicing over the death of the Queen of England. And I hope you will get up to that age. There are certain things we understand about this life. It drives us to the point that we understand that sometimes it's useless to be cursing or insulting people. It will not change anything. That is why we do the do and talk the talk when necessary. I need to draw your mind back a little bit before we go into the issue of security. Each time you drive across policemen in Nigeria, very corrupt more than the devil, they extort money from you, they endanger your life, they must harass you, intimidate you, unquote, by the virtue of their uniform. We insult police every day. We curse out police every day. There is no manner of evil we don't see. We have cursed Obasanjo the last time I checked over 50 years. We have been cursing Buhari and cursing everybody. Have you seen the dead body? Even those of you who go to church and bind the Satan. All my enemy die. Have you seen their dead body? I'm not asking you not to curse. So I'm not asking you not to rejoice. So I be say, hey, yes, Elohua is killing them. How can Elohua kill the killer of our people at the age of 96 years? And then, if she has lived more than that, do you even think at the age of 96 years, she's still enjoying wine? She's a baby. She's being managed. There are people changing her diapers. It's a black man like me and you. And if care is not taken, go and check people changing the diapers of the Queen of England before she passed away. You will see they are Biafras. This is not the judgment we want. This is not the justice we want. I didn't say anything. But I want to see how deep this injury got into the heart of our people. And I thank those of you who wrote constructively, who wrote with passion, who wrote targeting the main issue, which is the killing of our people. Diokpa Uchoka from Efo, Director Biafra Nation Alliance, as well as in charge of information and communication Biafra land, did write an article regarding to that effect. And I thank all of you. The people of Biafra must live above this stupidity. That is what I call it. If they like, let them die. If they like, let them live. Buhari can live 1,000 years. And I know if he died today, it's not a bad death. But you see, indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu will make a show out of it because they need to do fundraising. I hope you have heard about the latest IPOB fundraising, peace fundraising. Oh, Buhari is dead. He have died. How many years? If these people will supervise the killing of 6 years, 12 years, 30 years, what gives them the right to live up to 90 years? And how many of your fathers has gone up to that year? You see, that is not judgment coming from God. We want Biafra first of all. And then every competent member nation trapped within this evil enclave created by the Queen of England, late Queen of England, let them decide the fate, the future of the next generation. That in the end, we be the author of our destiny. Hey, Queen of England is dead. Hey, he's dead. What does that? He's older than the Kano parents. Queen of England is older than my mother. And I think he should be the same age with my father. Rubbish. And she killed so many people, and then she died at the age of, you are rejoicing. This is the time we have to ask God question. A lot of things is wrong. And what is her crime? She stole from the people of Biafra. What is her crime? She supervised the genocide of the people of Biafra. These are the two major heinous crimes of the Queen of England against the people of Biafra. But let us analyze it. Why I said you should not rejoice that she died. Because we are still under the shackle of slavery and bondage she placed us in. So why are you rejoicing she died? If she stole our resources, if she supervised genocide in Biafra land, let's look at it from the other way. Now the Kano have robbed all of us. Our monthly due, our ego idoshobudu, our asylum document, even Biafran passport, boyfriend and girlfriend donation. Now the Kano robbed us like the Queen of England. And then you talk about murder, genocide in Biafra land. I've encouraged you to follow the WhatsApp link. It is dedicated to uploading videos of atrocity of Nnamdi Kanu, his unknown gunmen and associates in Igbo land, to be precise. And so what's the difference? There is a visible genocide. The world choose to keep quiet because the Queen of England sat upon it. And then here there is another invisible genocide ongoing on in Igbo land. Most of you, out of sheer hatred for yourself, you sit upon the atrocity of Nnamdi Kanu to change the narratives, and your people are dying on a daily basis. So don't rejoice that the Queen of England is dead, but rejoice, O ye Biafra, that this nation will long for, this nation will bleed for, this nation that makes us to fight against one another, this nation that makes us to kill our own brothers and sisters, this nation that the enemy wants to obliterate from the face of this planet Earth, one day will emerge as a sovereign nation, well appreciated, prosperous one, like the United Emirates, like the Americans, like the Chinese and the Japanese. This should be the only thing that will make us rejoice. May I remind you that lately the North Korea president has declared North Korea as a ballistic or electronic magnetic pulse missile. How do they call all these weapons? Weapons of mass destruction country. American can't do anything. Nobody have moral standing to stop North Korea from even manufacturing earth evaporation weapon. It is to be expected. What the Korean nation went through, what the Asian nation went through, what the Indian and the rest of them went through, what even the American went through in the hand of the same British, what Africans are going through in the hand of all these imperialists, I can assure you, whatever any nation will do today to defend themselves, to prevent the emerging of imperialists in the nearest future, I think nobody have the moral standing to stop them. I don't think China is crying over the subjugation, emasculation by the colonial masters. I don't think Japanese still remember most of those atrocities outside the fact that the issues are properly documented. I do not think Indians are still wailing over what the British did to them. And if you ask me about America, I think they drink a cup of tea, maybe take wine and beer to discuss about that issue. Why? Because they had it on the palm of their hand. The victory they long for, The idea and desire to be the author of their destiny is now theirs. And now in the case of Biafra, what are we doing? Oh, he's dead. Queen of England is dead. I am happy. Now she is dead. And this will not resurrect those who have died. Our people, neither has it stopped. Our people who continually dying on daily basis. All because of the issue of Biafra. Let us be guided. Let us be guided. Let us try to live by the principle, the integrity our fathers has taught us. I think we want more than this. We have to lower ourselves and put ourselves in this position for the sake of the next generation. So if you are among the people making money already on the death of Queen of England, God will judge you. Those who are now Facebook criminals, they are now, Anya page is now 40K, follow me. These are bloggers. They are the one changing the narrative. Once you have a very huge page, you can reach many people. I think I have only 25 persons here. But I know before the end of the day, millions will look into this broadcast. But then I'm not a blogger. What am I saying in effect? The moment you're able to build a page that is connected to so many people, criminals will come and buy it from you. Go and ask Nnamdi Kanu in order to disseminate their disinformation, their propaganda, blackmails and lie. And so you are making money on the death of the Queen of England. Who is better? She stole something valuable. She stole your life, stole your destiny, took your future from you. Do you know how many countries she's a queen of? Do you know how many lands she owns? Do you know even the whole of Britain cannot pass any law without her saying a word? Look at you. And she killed our people. And when she died, you are using her dead body to make money. Oh, Queen of England is dead. Follow Anya page. Anya, I thank you for your courage. You spoke your mind. Like I said, I'm solidly behind you. Whatever they are saying, I know that is not what you intend, the message you intend to pass to the global community. I understand. But the mischievous people will twist your word, not because they love you or your Biafra, not because they are your kings and your brothers and sisters. No, they want to make money. Are you aware that over 70 to 80% of posts made on behalf of our sister, Professor Anya, is not even coming from her? And she's going to suffer identity crisis in the upcoming days. And who are people going to make it possible? Biafrans. May God continue to guide and to help her. And now, this having been said, we go to the issue of security here in Biafra land. Make no mistake about this. We understand how difficult it will be for you to accept our word in a time like this. We are not worried about it because in the actual sense, the truth does not need any defense. And certainly we don't need any defense. Like the word of God say, I will send forth my word, though slowly, but it's going to be steadily. And you see, surely it will accomplish the purpose it is meant for. I am happy that as we speak, millions of Biafrans are waking up from the illusion already. Thousands more are being liberated. And you see uncountable Biafrans around the world have beginning to ask questions. Why did I say so? Lately, Chike Dozie made a statement, a broadcast. And you saw how many coordinators that were expelled or suspended or removed from across the globe. They will tarnish their image. Look at my brother, what is his name in South Africa? Look at you. I told you these people are criminal. But you are a good man. It is to be expected. Good men don't work with IPOB. Good men don't work with IPOB. What is the brother in this South Africa that was removed? That guy was the person who made peace in the DOS, who were making call to see that things went wrong. He was misunderstood along the way. But you see, sometimes because Nnamdi is a God, you cannot fight a God like Nnamdi Kanu. Because some of you think it's about one individual who is going to free this nation. And so she yielded, like most of you are yielding. And I'm shocked he's expelled. a very good man. And then Chikedozem is telling you, now we are replacing people, we are replacing you, making enemy out of us. And this seed of discord you have planted among us, you Nnamdi Kanu, it is going to defile everyone who is not up and doing. What am I trying to say in effect? The issue of Biafra is not what one man can handle or manage. And then let's come back to the issue of security, which is the main purpose of this broadcast. There is an article or a press release on the Sun newspaper coming from IPOB, a man powerful who happened to be Nnamdi Kanu junior brother, threatening Asari Dokubo and Kalabari people for killing Igbo youth. In that very statement, just that for some reason I couldn't come on our app and the FM radio station, I would have played most of this audio for you. And then they warned the whole Kalabari criminals to warn their son Asari Dokubo to stop killing Igbo people, because if federal government terrorists, military cannot stop IPOB, criminal Kalabari people and Asare and his criminal gang are not going anywhere. And he finished writing, he says he's a more powerful. A more powerful is the one who negotiates for us on behalf of Hausa. A more powerful Nnamdi Kanu junior brother is the one who is in charge of unknown gunmen with Benjamin Madubugu, Ehiala, and Imo State to be precise. China Sanguru managed Ebonyi before now. I think he's still managing Ebonyi, to mention but a few. So at the end of the day, these very individuals create a state of insecurity in our land. And what do? They lead our people to their death. And now when we are talking about this atrocity going on, let me see how I can be able to present them bit by bit. Unknown gunmen and other terrorist groups are on ground here in Biafra land. They are killing our people. There is a reason why it is happening. And some of the reason is what made me to bring up the issue of Asare. And now I can assure you, I as a person have spent over 8 months castigating and attacking Asari Dokubo. And I'm not even sure he's aware. He has never responded to me, but I do not expect him not to respond. And I don't have issue with him. And if anybody feels you have lied against them, and they really need the issue to be addressed, they bring it forward. But in the recent days, and I have access to this man, and I see he's even more righteous than Nnamdi Kanu, I can assure you. But Nnamdi Kanu, to cover his atrocity, is going to lure Igbo people to hate Asare. And in general, draw the hatred of Kalabari people against the Igbo man. Let me tell you the implication before we move forward. Asare has said many things in time past, which are not supposed to be so. But for some reason, he said what he said. And all the Ijo warriors, if I will call them that way, none of them has claimed his Igbo origin as Asare. Asare remained the only Ijo man who will tell you where his ancestors migrated from. Asare could not be the enemy of Ndi Igbo, not to talk of Kalabari people. There is so much you need to know, but I will not tell you today. When you hear IPOB telling you on Ebubago, They are trying to rope Asari into the whole process. They are trying to commit crime and push it to Ebubago against the government of the day. But you don't understand. And you Igbo people are killing Ebubago fellow Igbo people. Forensic investigation has revealed that over 70% of Asari boys are Igbo people. It is applicable and the same thing with Tompolo, with Ateke, with any other person. It's Igbo people. So how do you know a Kalabari man from Igbo man? This is a matter of insecurity. And Kalabari people will not come on social media and do what we are doing. But they will be watching the slightest opportunity they will have. The slightest opportunity they have, they will kill Igbo youth. And meanwhile, the more powerful threatening Kalabari people is in Abuja. The more powerful come back to Abia. We know there is a level of compromising within the government sector. An agreement reached. That is why the atrocity of unknown gunmen is minimized in Abia State. And then could the people of Imo and Anambra be sacrificial lamb? Because the last time I checked, Ebonyi State has rejected it. Let's leave it at that for now. And so he's going to call on Asari, he's killing them, he's killing them, Ebubago is killing them. Who is Ebubago killing? This issue of insecurity, it will escalate. Because they are going to kill one Kalabari man by mistake. And then maybe we'll start giving that discussion. But I will leave it at that. Ask yourself a question. Why hasn't Nnamdi Kanu be afraid of Ebubago even before the inauguration of Ebubago? The governors of the Southeast made it known by press communique that as a result of supposedly Fulani herdsmen attacking Igbo land, they have to introduce a security outfit. The Yorubas did the same thing, which gave birth to Omotekun. And from the very day this information came to the limelight, Nnamdi Kanu continued to attack Ebubago, even when Ebubago was not yet inaugurated. But you see, his nightmare is that 90% of Ebubago are victimized IPOB members. Maybe you're beginning to put them together. And why they are calling Asare and accusing him of killing Igbo people, I will tell you next time. Let them finish their madness. Security group everywhere. But my people, ignorant people, you cannot make the same mistake 2 different times. Let me leave the issue of Asare and let Nnamdi Kanu and his social media warrior be doing the social media war inside their Android phone while they endanger the life of our people. We cannot engage in a process we are not ready for. And I can assure you we are not even 20% ready for what is ahead. Now, if you go to some areas between Imo State and Anambra State, communities like Ubulu and then Ihiala, those areas, if you are from such area that is sharing boundary between Imo State and Anambra State, tell your people not to answer vigilante call at night. Once you enter your house, you lock your gate. Anybody knock, do not open. They're going to blow the gate. They may kill you. But I ask you, take your chances. That is what IPOB unknown gunmen are doing. All the communities within the boundaries of Imo and Anambra, call, message, and ask your people. Unknown gunmen are patrolling and kidnapping young men and forcing them into security. Some of them have been compromised. They cannot go back any longer. All the recent video of people coming out to tell you we are unknown gunmen, we are Ebubago, all of them are set up by IPOB. And so if you are living within these communities, I think I will make a publication and bring up the name of these communities. They are killing their supposed enemy. And their supposed enemy is Igbo. Let's go back a little bit during the time of Raphael Wazurike. Bakassi was introduced, maybe to quell the agitation. And then I was hearing rumor, oh, there is one security outfit in Igbo land. They are killing ritualists. They went to different marketplaces like Ochanja and the rest of them. They killed many millionaires, promising young men. They called them ritualists. They descended on Mozob member. They slaughtered them. Who can actually tell me the role Bakassi came to play? Because they are still dead the last time I checked. Whose blood did Bakassi sealed or spilled in the blood of Igbo? And then we are here again. This time is worse. Ebubagu may be compromised in future, but as we speak, they are not yet compromised. Unknown gunmen are not even loyal to Nnamdi Kanu any longer because they've eaten the Adam's apple. Compromise from its inception. And what happens to the ordinary Igbo man? It breaks my heart that 90% of Igbo people in Igbo land don't have access to this platform and they don't know what is happening. One of IPOB commander, I will not call his name for some reason. He didn't know that I'm not longer a member of IPOB. He was calling me, I need this commander number. I need this commander number. I said, the commander you are looking for has been arrested. That is when he stopped calling me. Whether they are trying to set me up, I don't know. But the point I want you to get there is, if one of their commander does not know that I'm no longer a member of IPOB up till now, and they are still calling me around the world and giving me information what is happening, you should be able to understand that 90% of our people don't know what is happening. Where is Okeforen? Where is Rabbi Charles? Where are all these people, John Webuoja? The last time I checked, they are hiding. They want to change the narratives. But it's not working. Tell your people once they lock their gate, do not open. If you open, your sons will be adopted. They will even carry them to go and do robbery. They give them oath instantly. So they cannot be able to say the truth. That is what Nnamdi Kanu, China Sanguru, Benjamin Madubugu are doing. I don't call Simeon Ekpa because they are stage managing all of you. Simeon Ekpa is a buncombe. He's just playing. You know, it is like Super Ego and Golden Eaglet. The last time I checked, they are both playing for Nigeria. Just that one should be under 17 and then the other one under 22. That is exactly the role you've seen between IPOB and Autopilot. Whether it is Idu Kingdom or Igadami Gada Kingdom, they are all the same. They have created a state of insecurity. Innocent people will die. But our people have to wake up and pay attention. They are selling human organ, harvesting kidney, liver, and the rest of them. They're killing so many people, dumping their dead body. The latest one is that they use it to make suya. These are not Fulani headsmen. No. These are not Boko Haram. No. These are unknown gunmen. Igbo man killing Igbo man and eating Igbo man flesh. It doesn't give a concern to Nnamdi Kanu family that have relocated to Abuja. But they are writing, they want to drag Igbo people into fighting with their brother. And they are looking for Biafra. I hope you are not going to enter Calabari water, because you will not come out. But we have told you Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for Biafra. He is just simply causing confusion to destroy all that is left of us. He should have faced Asare and leave his people alone. Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal and a very hopeless one. I cannot equate his stupidity to the whole Igbo. Because the last time I checked, I have Igbo people I will die for, if necessary. And then it becomes unfair to use Nnamdi Kanu's stupidity, criminality, and hopelessness to address all of you. But you will not understand, because you have been ripped up emotionally, and you're going to fight sentimentally.